The speech that revealed a secret. I went to a wedding last month that had one of the most unexpected moments I've ever seen. Everything was beautiful, the couple looked perfect, the ceremony was smooth, everyone was relaxed at the reception. Then came the father of the bride's speech. He started with the usual jokes and sweet stories, but halfway through, he paused and looked at the groom and said, "I need to thank you for something that you don't even know you did." The room went dead silent. He went on to explain that years ago, his daughter had gone through one of the hardest times in her life, and none of the family could really reach her. But the groom back then, just a friend, was the person who showed up for her every single day, quietly making sure she was okay. You could literally hear people sniffling at the tables. The bride was sobbing, the groom looked shocked, and half of the guests were wiping their eyes. It wasn't drama in the fight sense, but it was dramatic in the way that it completely changed the mood of the night. Suddenly, it felt less like a party and more like we were all witnessing something sacred. I've been to a lot of weddings, but that moment is burned into my memory. Honestly, though, I thought this was gonna be like a negative story, but I'm kind of glad that it was a really positive wedding story because I feel like we see so many negative stories that when you see a positive one, you're like, yes, I love that for you guys. Now, the comments say this is the kind of speech that reminds you weddings are about so much more than just the celebration. They're about stories, struggles, and the couple that got there in the first place. Must have been wild to witness such a raw, genuine moment in front of everyone. Definitely sounds like a night no one will forget. OP replied and said, absolutely. It was one of those rare moments where everyone paused and it just felt like the story, not the party. You could tell it hit everyone differently, but in a good way. Made the whole night feel more meaningful than any of us expected. Definitely unforgettable. And honestly, this is awesome because I feel like we get a lot of negative stories here on Reddit, and that's a really wholesome one, and that was really nice and sweet.